Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue back with another video. We're just gonna get straight into it. Back to this other side land dumpster fire. I'd like to open up an invitation out to all of you guys who, like me, got screwed, who were KYC'd and had everything ready to mint and got screwed because of this gas war that they said they were gonna mitigate. Um, I have developed right here a Discord. I got one for my patrons. This is the first laying out of a Discord, but here I have this group ready for us. Otherside dumpster fire group. So I got to thinking like, you know, um, I wanted to tackle this all myself. You know what I mean? Like first thing as a man, you want to do that, but I was thinking like, okay, this is what crypto's here for, right? You look on Ethereum, right? You got Vitalik Buterin, and you got Charles Hoskinson and Gavin Wood. Gavin and Charles didn't like what was going on with Ethereum, and they go and start. Charles starts Cardano, Gavin starts Polkadot. Not to say that we'll start our own like NFT group, but my main purpose would be to get what these guys promised. What they promised, what they said, what they implied was that they would mitigate gas fees and that they were going to have a large distribution so that they could be more inclusive to everyone. Okay? Now, I think if we can all get together, I'm thinking there's like at least 10 to 20,000 people, 10 to 20,000 people who got screwed by these guys. And I think, we get all those people together. We look really attractive to a lawyer for him to come and do this pro bono. Maybe it has to go to that there's actually a lawyer involved pro bono who, looks out for our interests. Maybe that's what's required for Yuga Labs to just step up and let us mint. I don't know. But if you're on the fence, I just want to show you, like, kind of womb to tomb, everything that Yuga Labs promised, hinted, and implied to us. So I just want to remind you of all those things that they did imply to us that they did not follow through on. Was it on purpose? I don't know. We could debate that. There's some things here I just want to remind you of if you're on the fence. But this group is out here. I will leave the link in the description. It's completely free. I just want us to gather together. I think there are some things that we can do to put ourselves in the position to get the things that we were promised, implied. Um, I think we can do some things to put ourselves in positions to get the things that they said they were going to do for us. And they said it. We didn't say it, they did. So if we come over here and look here, this is what they sent us either the day before the mint. This is either the day before or 2 days before. Now, this is what they tell us. And thank God I don't close any tabs because this was not up at one point. This is not up. You couldn't find this after the mint. Thank God I don't close any tabs. So here, they say Dutch auctions are actually BS. They do not successfully mitigate demand, nor do they really negate gas wars in highly anticipated mints. So they're telling us here they changed it from a Dutch auction to whatever the hell that they were saying with the waves, right? And it just ended up being like a normal regular mint. But here's the thing. And here's the thing, I'm not a lawyer, but here's the thing that I would think legally, you have the numbers of people who KYC'd. So you knew exactly, should everyone have bought the minimum, which you say is 2 lands per wallet, you knew exactly what the demand maximum could have been. This is not a normal mint where everyone could just, come in and mint. This was a mint in which only KYC wallets, according to you, were allowed to mint. So you knew exactly. what the max demand could have been. Moving on. This is especially problematic when you consider that Underdog Mint may be one of the largest scale, high demand NFT mints ever, which is directly contradictory from what you said when you say, oh, this is in your, like, in my opinion, fake apology. This has been the largest NFT mint in history by several multiples, and yet the gas used during the mint shows that demand far exceeded anyone's wildest expectations. Okay, right? So yeah, you're saying that demand far exceeded anyone's expectations when this is a KYC mint, which you had the data for, which says, okay, you know exactly, given the limit you put in place, how many people saying that if they bought two right out the gate, you knew exactly how many people would have been at that demand. This is not a normal mint. So you can't say that. You can't say that at all. You can't say demand exceeded expectations. You know what the max demand is because you know the number of KYC wallets. So you don't get to say that. So let's go over here again. So they got rid of a Dutch auction, which if you kind of do the math on the Dutch auction, it starts at 305 and it lowers itself and it lowers itself and it lowers itself. So it's not a raising auction, right? A Dutch auction, the only people that are hurt by a Dutch auction is actually them, because it will start from 305 to 300 to 290. So if someone ends up coming in at the end and they get theirs to say 158, then they're hurt by a Dutch auction, technically, because that means the minimum price of what they're going to sell the land for, if they got it for 158, say, would hurt their resale and royalty values. More on that later. So, Dutch auction, they're saying it's BS, which is why they implemented this wave thing. But look at this. Look at these other promises that they're giving us. These other failed promises and implications. Okay? So, in order to ensure as broad a distribution as possible and dramatically soften the potential for a gas war. Again, they're telling us Dutch auctions are not going to prevent a gas war. They're telling us that they want to ensure broad distribution and then to soften the potential of a massive gas war. There will be an enforced limit of 2 NFTs per wallet at the start of the sale. Again, this is per wallet, not per transaction. So you're telling us 2 per wallet, right? Now this is absolutely hilarious because, all right, if you're trying to mitigate a gas war and you have the number of KYC and you decide on 2 NFTs per wallet, and then you give us this stuff about multiple waves, you're pretty much implying that there's going to be 2 waves. You're implying that. You might not have said it directly. You might say, oh, this doesn't guarantee a land. But if you are telling us that you're trying to ensure a large distribution and soften the gas war, and you give us saying that there's multiple waves, you're implying that the two land limit that you set up will not be a sellout in wave 1, which is just like a normal demand mint. But this wasn't a normal demand mint. This is a KYC only whitelist mint. You could only mint if you had a KYC in. So that's the major thing. And again, you say here, this approach is expected to prevent an apocalyptic gas war while encouraging a broad distribution as possible. You said it twice. Where is it? Here. So you said it here, and you said it, where is it? up here in order to ensure a broad distribution as possible. You said to us twice. Then the next day, you again, and this was the day of, I believe, again you imply that there will be multiple waves. All right? Now here's two things that I think are very, very weird that I need to point out to you guys. So the day before, when we got that post that I just showed you, people were estimating that there were 16K people KYC. So if you take that and you say, okay, 16K, like around 16K, right? And you multiply that by 2 lands, okay, then that's 32K possible max of people and that could buy a land, period. And you already know there's going to be someone that's rich or someone that's bought like a KYC wallet is probably going to buy up to 6 or 7 lands, right? So there's that. There are words out there like, okay, that's what's out there. And then again, the next day you kind of confirm like suspicions by saying the wave 1 and 2 stuff again. Then all of a sudden people were saying, oh no, I think that there's my calculations say that there's 76K wallets out there that are KYC. Now, if that's the case, and you know that, you had the data from the beginning. So it doesn't matter if somebody comes the day of and says that their data says it's 76K wallets. It doesn't matter about that at all. I don't know. And there's a you could say that person could be someone with the inside track with you. You could say that, like, where is he getting that data from? Why does he know that there's an increased demand? Where did that demand come from? But yes, all of a sudden, wait. Before we get to that, all of a sudden, this is another thing that you tell us guys. We heard from the community that we should a lot more time. So again, you're making it look like you're all about the community, right? We should a lot more time for users to set pre-approval for ApeCoin. So starting at 9 a.m. Eastern on 4:30, users will be able to do this. The actual sale will not begin until 9 ET, a full 12 hours later. So you push the sale back, and you made it sound like you were doing it for the people to kind of pre-approve their ape and mitigate gas and all of this stuff. That's what you make it sound like you're doing. But you look at all these different transactions. Like I just went through, and this is another reason why I'm saying, like, I'm trying to get all of us people together, because we need people to go through these transactions because they're on the blockchain. And I went through as many as I could, like for about 30 minutes. It's very interesting, extremely interesting, that you can see all these different Virgin wallets getting ape in on that last day. That one. And then their only transactions are minting lands. It's pretty strange that all this demand came in on the last day. The day that you extended everything for everyone. It's pretty interesting. Another Virgin wallet. They got more transactions, but it's Virgin. It's just that day. And another one. And I was able to find a transaction where a guy minted twice. Now, this is the funny part about this transaction here. I know when I checked this before, this transaction had 2 lands each that it minted. It was 2 lands each. I have no idea why there's only 1 land here now and 1 land here now. I have no idea why that is. And I've even posted this on Twitter. But guess what? Your boy doesn't close any tabs. So thank God for that. Here we have at least that one of those transactions where it says you had two lands. Now I'm sure if they caught this, because I know you meant it for. It said it. I know you meant it for, and I know I posted this on Twitter. So those two lands, y'all might have made it look like it was this land and this land that were the two mint transactions. Y'all might have made it look like that. But I know the day I found this, it was you minted two, and then you minted two more. But here you can see this one says two lands here, whereas ugh, that one got closed. Whereas the other one that you had said one land. I don't even know how you changed that or how that got changed. I have no idea how that worked out. But I don't know if you can change it. I'm not trying to accuse someone of going in and changing it, but it's different. So I don't know. I wonder how many anomalies we can find like that if we really just go through and comb through this stuff. And I'm sure they've changed a lot of stuff because I've been putting it out on Front Street. I'm sure we might not be able to find a lot of these anomalies now, but I bet you we can find a lot of these Virgin wallets because you can't really change that. Bet you we can find that. Oh, I wonder, on the date of extending for a day, I wonder, like, how many Virgin wallets can we find that the day of they approved their ape, they minted lands, and they transferred it out. I wonder how many Virgin wallets we can find. I really, 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 really wonder how many. Um, yeah, guys, I think we should band together and have these guys do what they say they were going to do. And I think if we can get ourselves together, all like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 of us, and we all get together with, our losses, which we can prove through the blockchain, we look really, really enticing for, some lawyer who's looking to make a name for himself or already has a name for himself to kind of just come pro bono help us out. And, because I'm sure it's a really big feather in your cap to have a class action against Yuga Labs, the biggest NFT player out there. I'm sure that's a huge feather in your cap. I'm sure that's a big feather in someone's cap, and I'm very, 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 very sure that if we keep looking and we keep searching, we're gonna find these anomalies here. And there's a lot of people out there looking to kind of regulate crypto. That's they're out there and they're chomping at the bit. If we make it, if we look and we find all these anomalies, not saying that Yuga did it, but Yuga did extend the date, and there are all these Virgin wallets out here. If stuff like that is happening on such a huge chains like Yuga Labs, if stuff like that is happening with Yuga Labs, I believe that the crypto regulators would, they might have a little argument there. Um, I wonder how much it would cost for them to, deal with this problem that they just really didn't, other than like gas fees, which gas fees don't even like, doesn't even cover people liquidating the fees of people liquidating their accounts or liquidating their kids' college fund and all of this other stuff. Doesn't even begin to cover that. But I like this thing that crypto. Okay, this is on Crypto Gorilla's channel. I just want to give credit what credit's due and not make this junk seem like my own. He comes out here and he says something that really comes back to that whole how they canceled that Dutch auction thing. Let's listen to what he has to say here.
I believe the high was around 9 Ethereum. And depending when you buy your ape token, if you minted one of these, you are probably at a loss due to the high gas fee. I personally paid 1.8 Ethereum in gas just to mint these. Now, one interesting opinion I did see was by NFT Llama. He says they could have used a better contract. He also says they could have done a raffle. However, they chose to have high gas on purpose, and the reason for this was to make more money, because more gas equals a higher price on secondary, which means they're going to have more royalties. So they end up...
Do you hear that? More gas equals higher royalties. More gas, higher price, more royalties, right? I did hear kind of a rumor. I didn't look into this, but I heard a rumor that like Yuga Labs, that they were in talks for loans with people and they just decided to end those talks. That's strange. I mean, I'm very sure that if we all get together and we go do some research on it, we can find out if that actually happened. Huh. And you announce a Dutch auction and you change it into a quote unquote waived auction. The wave auction gives you a higher price, whereas the Dutch auction does not. Very, very interesting there. I don't really agree with the whole raffle thing. Um, I don't really agree with that whole raffle type of deal. I don't think that there needed to be a raffle at all. Um, it's just strange that all this demand came in on the day of. Hmm. Let's just play this one more time where he says it, and it's not him saying it. It's this
Now,
guy,
one interesting opinion I did see was by NFT Llama. He says
NFT
they could
Llama.
have used a better contract. He also says they could have done a raffle. However, they chose to have high gas on purpose, and the reason for this was to make more money, because more gas equals a higher price on secondary, which means they're going to have more royalties. So they end up making more because their royalties are of a bigger sale price. And if we check these secondary, means
So
they're
they
going to
say it
have
right here.
more royalties. So they end up making more, make more money, because more gas equals a higher price on secondary, which means they're going to have more royalties. So they end up making more because their royalties are of a bigger sale price. More gas equals a higher price on secondary, which means they're going to have more royalties. So they end up making more because their royalties are of a bigger sale price. And if we check these secondary sales, they have already hit 200,000 Ethereum in volume traded. Their royalty fee on these trades is going to be 5%. So they have already made 10,000 Ethereum in secondary sales, which is currently $28 million. Now, I was also disappointed in their response to all this. They're pretty much saying they're sorry for turning out the lights on Ethereum, and it's pretty clear that they're gonna have to move ApeCoin to its own chain, which personally I don't think any of us want, but they're trying to spin this. They kind of didn't take the available solutions, and now they're saying that they're going to solve the problem, which to me makes absolutely no sense. But it is what it is. If you did have a failed transaction, they...
So here's I love that, and he's gonna go into them saying that they're gonna refund your gas, whatever. That's not enough. It's just simply not enough because, like I said, people liquidated their NFTs, and every time you liquidate your NFTs, you got to pay a fee. You have to pay a fee to liquidate your NFTs. You have to pay a fee to transfer that money over to Coinbase or wherever the hell you moved it to get it in your MetaMask wallet or whatever wallet you use. This is not enough. So I think he broke it down perfectly. They made 28 million in royalties alone. 28 million. I wonder, does that mitigate the loan that you, well, allegedly mitigate the loan that you may have, just stopped the process on? I think if we get some people together, we can figure that out. We could definitely figure that out. And you have one of your apes even here mad at you. He's since kind of bagged back because people were mad at him, but he at least kept pinned what he said. He said, I brought many friends into the space for this drop. They were loaded with fresh ape and a little ETH for gas, 0.25 ETH on average. Our initial thoughts were that we could simply wait out the initial heat due to the data we saw. We were very wrong. The possible did indeed happen. But it's not the impossible. Everyone was KYC'd ahead of time. So they had the data. They should have known if quote unquote the impossible was going to happen. And they implied by saying, using this wave method instead of the Dutch auction, that there were going to be more than one wave. Okay? Look into Dutch auctions, guys. This price starts at 305 ape and it goes down from there. So that would have been very bad for their whole like royalty and resale. That would have been bad for their retail. It wasn't BS. The Dutch auction is not BS. It just doesn't work for them and their resale value. So they changed it to something that would have been beneficial to us, to waves, which never happened. So you see what I'm saying? So it was originally something that was going to be beneficial for us. Then they changed it, implied like they were going to have multiple waves. Then extended the time, saying that they heard stuff from the community, like they're helping us again with gas. And they never had multiple waves. You got all these Virgin wallets here starting to look a little fishy indeed. So you guys let me know what you think about this. Come on over. The link is in the description to the Discord. Let's get some things together. We'll keep doing updates, and we'll keep gaining steam. The more people that are here, the more enticing we look to, say a lawyer if that's what we need to do, for Yuga Labs, the Otherside Meta, to do the things that they said that they were going to do. Maybe we got to go that far. I don't know. I really don't know. But just do what you say you're going to do. You got 100K land plots from the second land drop from your leaked pitch deck here, which, and I've already been over this in another video. You claim over here that you're going to, here it is. We have created a community that lives, oh, nope, that's not the one. Boop, 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 boop. We'll keep going. Here we go. We want to build something that expands the universe of BAC, Bored Ape Yacht Club, but also invites the larger NFT community and those priced out of BAC membership to join. So there are multiple documents in which you make these claims. Own up to your claims, own up to your promises, own up into your implications, and make it right. You got the ability to. Maybe you lose a little funds, but that's on you. You shouldn't have made these promises, but you made these promises, and in my opinion, it looks like to continue to have the demand up, to continue to have the gas prices as high as possible. That's what it's looking like at this point. Looks like at this point, you had the data. You already said that you knew that there was going to be intense demand, but for some reason you still decided to do 2 NFTs per wallet. Doesn't make sense. Seems a little fishy to me. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Come on over to the Discord if you were screwed like I was screwed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Check out some of my past videos right here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.